From Studio 3C in Rockefeller Center, this is Today in New York.
Welcome back on this Father's Day. It is, of course, the day that we celebrate that special man in our lives, our dads. But one artist isn't dedicating just one day to his father. He's dedicating most of his career to that. Max Ferguson has chronicled the life of his dad in a lovely series called Painting My Father. And Max joins us this morning in Studio 3C with some examples of his incredible works of art. And what a wonderful subject your dad was. And we both lost our dads. Mine is gone as well. But what beautiful memories you've captured of your dad.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a series I've been working on and off for about 30 years. I've been did the first one in 1982, and this would have been my dad's 100th birthday, and so it's sort of an ingathering of all these paintings I've done of him over this period.
And we should point out, though, that the exhibit, it's on display as we speak.
It is indeed at the Hebrew Union College Museum, and they're open today for Father's Day. It's on through June 29th.
29th, right?
Yeah.
And just so, Max, it's the detail that you capture your dad. What was it that, I mean, a lot of artists paint their dads, but what was it about your father that day you picked up that stroke and said, you know, he's the man, I'm going to focus on my dad?
Well, it's funny. The first painting I did of him in 1982, a painting of him in the subway, I just sort of wanted a generic businessman, so I used him.
Oh.
And then that came out great, so I did another and another and another. And then it just sort of became I suppose, an obsession with me, doing these paintings on again, off again for 30 years. But he was certainly a wonderful guy. Obviously, that's why he inspired these paintings.
Absolutely. And what's wonderful is that you've captured so many New York City scenes that are really vanishing. I mean, is this spot still there where your dad's at this day?
This spot is. However, many of the things I have painted over the decades have either been renovated beyond recognition or gone the way of the wrecking ball. So it's crushing to know that they're gone, but it's very gratifying to know that at least I captured them in paint.
In such a beautiful way. Can you tell us about this is Dad in Cat's Deli?
It is indeed. This is actually, it has a great meaning for me because it's the first painting I did of my dad after he passed away in 2005. And while working on it, I kept asking myself, was this my way of dealing with his death or not dealing with it by trying to keep him alive through this painting? And then since he's passed away, I've done many more paintings of him.
Well, and we talk about the detail right down to, the sneakers and the little tread marks on the bottom of his shoe. Now, you paint from photographs, and you said that's kind of a problem because people generally look at your paintings and think they're pictures. It's just so intricate, the oil.
Yeah, exactly. My preference is to work from life. Unfortunately, that's generally somewhere between impractical and impossible.
Right.
So generally, I'll start with photographic studies and use that as a starting point in my studio and then change things, move things. But as you mentioned, unfortunately, very often in reproduction, they are confused with photographs.
As that would be. Look right down to the graffiti. Tell us about this painting, Max.
That was actually the very first painting I did of my dad in 1982. And you mentioned about preserving things. Obviously, the subways have changed a bit since then. They've gotten rid of most of the graffiti. And one of my great influences, I spent a year in Amsterdam at an art school there. So very influenced by Dutch 17th century genre painting. And that was that. And this is another one, early piece I did of my dad in the subway.
Wow, just beautiful work, Max, and keeping him alive. Do you keep some of the paintings at home, or you?
Some, most of them have been sold to collectors, but there are a few that I'm determined to hold on to, like this one.
Absolutely, that Cat's Deli, that's priceless. Is he having pastrami?
He is indeed. He pastrami on rye. So,
wouldn't be without it. Listen, Max, thank you so much for sharing your dad and your work with us. We so appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
And
pleasure.
happy Father's Day to you. Your son Daniel, right?
Yeah, I have two sons and a daughter. So thank you.
All right, bless you. Thank you so much. And Contessa, we're going to send it back over to you.
Pat, thank you.